we are in business. Okay. So the next result, Tirtha Dharma Vratadikrit. He does pilgrimages. He visits shrines. He goes on pilgrimages. He does various religious rituals. Why? Well, the second house is the house of your resources, etc. Your money, your resources, and the lord of those houses, being in the ninth house of dharma, you can actually spend your resources on ninth house matter. He is basically going pilgrimages, constructing temples, or doing big rituals, doing religious activities, etc. So that is actually the least surprising of all the results he gave. Now the next verse 22. Should be good? Okay, we'll see. 22nd. Dhane che karma ge jatah kami mani ja panditah bahudara dhanair yuktah kincha putra sukhojhitah. Okay. Dhane che karma ge jatah. One born with the second lord in the 10th house. Kami means full of desires. Mani means having respect and honor of the society. He is a honorable person. He is respected in the society. Panditaha means scholar. Learned person, a scholar. Bahudara dhane yuktaha. He has a lot of dara means spouse. He has many wives. And dhanaihi, he has many wealth. Which means he is very wealthy. He is very wealthy and he has many wives. Kincha putra sukhodhyataha. But putra sukhodhyataha, he has no happiness from children. He has no happiness of children. Okay. So happiness of children is gone. Okay, now let us see why this makes sense. Dhaneshe karmage jataha. Sorry. Okay, why lot of desires? Second lord is in the 10th house. Why does it give desires? Pardon me? A2 is in 7th house? You are doing some new math. A2 is in 7th house? Which house is it? 6th house. Pardon me? Well, he has an argala. First of all, second lord in the 10th house is a very big man. First of all, he is a big man. Now, second of all, on the 7th house, there is an argala from this planet. The 10th house has an argala on the 7th house. So, this planet has argala on 7th house. So, he has some influence on the desire. So, he may give the person lot of desires, or he may give this person desire of a specific nature. There are several possibilities, but one possibility is there are a lot of desires. Basically, from the 7th house as Lagna, the 8th lord of sins, etc. is in the 4th house of Sukha. So, basically the planet, the 8th lord from the 7th house is in the house of Sukha from the 7th house. So, basically getting comfort from relationships. So, he is in that house and he is driving that house. He has a driving argala, 4th house argala on the 7th house. So, he wants to influence the relationships of the person. So, he wants to give more relationships and he wants to give more desires. That is coming later, yes. Now, he is also, because of the argala on the 7th house, he may give many wives also. But why mani? Why respected? Well, second lord shows wealth of the person. 10th house shows status in the society and respect in the society. So, he is respected as a wealthy and well-off person, one of the cream of the society. Panditaha. Why is he scholar? Why does it give scholarship? Well, 10th house is, yes, exactly. Huh. If you take the 10th house as Lagna, the 5th lord is in Lagna. 5th house of scholarship, the lord of that house is in Lagna. So basically his respect, the respect he has, the honor he has in the society is that of a scholar. So he has the honor and respect of a scholar in the society. Good, very good, excellent. Now, Bahudara Dhanayuktaha we already covered, many spouses and lot of wealth. Kincha Putra Sukhodhyataha, but no happiness from children. There is something amiss with respect to children. Why? Yes. Pardon me? Yeah? Go ahead. Yeah? A2 is in the 6th house actually. A2 is in the 6th house. It's not conducive to getting children, but it's in Maraka to children basically. But the thing is, it doesn't necessarily show not having children. Are there any other weaknesses? Yeah, 10th house is 6th from 5th, right? This planet shows some obstacles on account of children. 5th house is the house of children as far as this planet is concerned. He is the 10th lord in the 6th house. So he is showing some obstacles relating to children, some weakness. So the thing is, he is showing happiness with respect to other things, but when it comes to children, this particular planet does not promise. He promises overcoming some problems. So maybe not having enough children and having to do lot of karma, like get this homa done or go to the temple. That kind of things are also possible when a planet is in the 6th from the 5th house. He may make you do several obstacle overcoming activities for getting children. But the thing is, before you conclude that there will not be any children or the person will be very unhappy with children, you have to definitely consult how the 5th lord is, how Jupiter is, etc. But by itself, this is not promising good children. This is promising some problem with respect to children, as far as this planet is concerned. The next verse is Lagneshe labha bhavasthe sarva labha samanvitah. Sorry, Dhaneshe labha bhavasthe sarva labha samanvitah sadodyoga yuto mani kirtiman jayate narah. Dhaneshe labha bhavasthe, the second lord is in the 11th house. Sarva labha samanvitah. The person has all kinds of gains. Sadodyoga yuto means Sada udyoga yuto. Always he is doing a lot of hard work on account of his work. Sadodyoga yuto mani. Mani means honorable. Kirtiman jayate naraha. He is famous. He is famous. He has fame. So he is wealthy and he is famous. He gets lot of profit. He is famous for his wealth, etc. And he is always working hard. He is honored. He is a honorable person. Why? First, all kinds of profits. Well, 11th house is the house of gain. 2nd house is the house of wealth. Wealth lord is in the gains house. So he is wealthy and gainful person. Now, why Sadodyoga yuto? Why always working hard? Why always working hard? Well, Udyoga not necessarily job. Udyoga means work. So, hard working. It doesn't mean he is always employed. I mean, such a person may not even be employed. He may be in business. Right? For me? Argala on 10th house means he has achievements and he has respect and honor. Why does it mean he is working hard? Argala on another house. What house? Argala on 6th house? Gosh. I mean, don't just say some house. 11th house does not have Argala on the 6th house. Yes. If it has, but that's the wrong answer, I can still say, okay, it has Argala, but that's not relevant. It doesn't even have Argala. You are saying 6th house Argala. Okay, anyway. 8th house. It has the driving Argala, the 4th house Argala on 8th house of working hard. It has Argala on the 8th house of working hard. It has Argala on Lagna, the fame of the person, the name and fame of the person. It has Argala on the 10th house. The honorability, the respect of the person in the society, the stature of the person in society. So having Argala on all these, this planet can give wealth and give all these. Still working hard, good name and fame, and good respect and stature in the society. Mani is because 10th house Argala. Kirtiman, why is he famous? Fame is seen from 5th house and Lagna. He has Argala on Lagna, right? And he has aspect on 5th house of fame. Moreover, where is the A2? Where is the Dhana Arudha? The Arudha Pada of 2nd house. Do you guys know where it is? No. 2nd house, Lord is in the 11th house. So 10th therefrom. So take 10th therefrom, you get 8th house. But it can't be in the 2nd or 8th axis. So take 10th from 8, you get 5th house. So 5th house of fame. 5th house of fame and following, etc. have the Dhanarudha. So the person's wealth, etc. may create huge following or lot of admirers, followers or admirers. Like Warren Buffett. I don't know if he has this combination, but he definitely has a lot of followers for his, because of his wealth, because of his judgment. Okay. The last one, and then we'll move on to practicals. The last one, 24th verse. धने से व्यय भावस्थे साहसी धनवर्जितः परभाग्यरतस्तस्य ज्येष्ठापत्य सुखम नहि. Okay, धने से व्यय भावस्थे means if the second lord is in the house of loss, that is 12th house. Sahasi dhanavarjitaha. He is bold, right? Dhanavarjitaha, but having no money. Parabhagya ratastasya. Parabhagya rataha means attached to or interested in keeping the mind on other people's fortune. Always worried about other people's fortune and thinking about it. Means perhaps jealous, etc. Jyesthapatya sukham nahi means no comfort from the eldest child. He is unhappy with respect to eldest child. Other children he is not saying happy, but at least elder child will give trouble. Okay, let's deconstruct this. Dhanete vyabhavathe. If the second lord is in the 12th house, sahasi, why is he bold? Why is he adventurous? For me? Okay, second lord is in the 12th house, he is aspecting the 6th house. 6th house of obstacles, etc. So, he likes to play with obstacles, so he is a bit adventurous. Okay, excellent. Very good interpretation. Then Dhanavajjitaha. Why is he without money? Well, the lord of the house of money is in the 12th house of loss. So, 12th house of giving up. The things in the 12th house, you don't have them. So, you don't probably have a lot of money or big family, etc. Parabhagya rataha means somebody who is interested in the fortune of other people. Why? Well, in general, 12th house is the house of jealousy. Because 12th house is the house of jealousy, it could, Parabhagya rataha could simply mean a jealous person. Not necessarily. 12th house shows so many things. One of the things is jealousy. Yeah. It is possible. It is possible. Jealousy is one possibility. The other possibility is somebody who deprives himself. Right. 5th house is also important because, like you said, 5th house is the house of overall judgment, wisdom, discretion, etc. But the thing is, 12th house is specifically seen for jealousy. Let us see why. for me? Yeah, it's basically 8 from 6th house, so it's basically the fall of judgment. That is one way. The other way is, what is 12th house basically? The basic meaning of 12th house, what is it? It is the ability to compromise. It is the ability to, it is basically living with less. It is letting something go, right? That is the basic meaning of 12th house. So 12th house shows some kind of deprivation. It may be good or bad. Moksha is also deprivation of the ego, of the self-identification. So that is also seen from the 12th house. Losing something. I am going on the road and I leave my laptop somewhere and I lose it. It is 12th house. So losing anything, or even giving away something voluntarily or losing involuntarily, both are 12th house. Now the thing is, what is jealousy? You don't have something. Well, 6th house in general shows all the weaknesses, not specifically jealousy. I am saying jealousy specifically is from the 12th house. Why? Because jealousy is a case of you don't have something, somebody has something, and see, not having something is one thing. Not having something and looking at somebody who has it and feeling bad about it, that is jealousy. Possibly, but the thing is, I don't want to make any general conclusions. All I want to say is, jealousy is one facet of 12th house. 12th house is basically deprivation and not having something, or losing something, or giving up something. It is also not having something, not just giving up voluntarily, but not having something. And jealousy is an aspect of not having something. Not everybody who does not have things has jealousy. But somebody who is deprived of something may look for it and feel jealous of somebody who has it. So 12th house is a clue to jealousy. In general, the Papa Purusha, this is not from any classic, but this was just my intuition, what came to my intuition some time back, a few years back, is the Papa Purusha is seen in the Trimshamsa. The Papa Purusha is the evil man, the so-called evil man. So, he is basically in the stomach of every person. Stomach means if you open the intestines you won't find him, because he is in the Sukha Sarira, he is not in the Sthula Sarira. He is in the subtle body. You can only see him in yogic visions. You can't really see him physically with the physical eyes or with the physical senses. You can only see him with the internal senses. So he is somewhere in the stomach area. He is in the Sukha Sarira. He is depicted as a black body, and he creates all these negative emotions in us. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. And these 6, like you said, are from the 6th house. 6th house is the basic weakness, right? But the thing is, specifically if you want to see each weakness in Trimshamsa, what I would do is, I would take the 6 houses starting from the 7th house. So 6th house is the seed. Now go to the next house, 7th house, 8th house, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. These 6 houses basically. Interestingly, these are in the visible half. Lagna to 6th house is invisible half. Those 6 houses are invisible half. Whereas 7th house to 12th house are visible half. So this Papa Purusha is in the visible half of the Trimshamsa, not in the invisible half. He is visible. And 7th house is basically the house of desire. So any weaknesses in the 7th house in Trimshamsa will show your karma. Those planets will give extra karma. 8th house, actually there are some classical dictums which refer to short-tempered nature, etc. from the 8th house planets. So 8th house is associated with short temper in the classics. So I associated Krodha with 8th house. Very logical to do. Next, 9th house is the house of dharma. You do dharma, you basically, suppose you give lot of charity, big amount of money in charity to construct a temple, or somebody is suffering, you give money in charity. All these acts of charity are seen from 9th house. Parasara gave various combinations associated with charity which have to do with 9th house. What is lobha? Lack of that. If there is any weakness in the 9th house, you are not able to do your dharma, you are not able to do charity, and you want, I want everything. So you have that lobha. You want to accumulate money for yourself and unable to use it properly. That is lobha. So 9th house is a logical choice to show lobha. Then 10th house, pardon me? In the Trimsamsa, because that is the chart of your weaknesses. Now, what is 10th house? It is basically the house of the stature in the society, the work that you do and the accomplishments that you have, and what do they cause? People say, oh, great astrologer, he predicted that, it happened. Oh, great scientist, he got this award. Oh, great actor, he got the Oscar. You feel proud. I am great. So that pride, that false pride is the delusion of some achievement. Whereas a real person, a really spiritual person will say, oh, he is just God's Leela. He uses some idiot to basically show something to the world. He may take some idiot and convert him into a great scholar, a Kalidas, a great poet, and create great masterpieces through him. But if he is an elevated person, he won't feel proud about it. He will just say, well, I will just use it as an instrument. In chess game, one pawn will be moved just one step, another pawn will be taken to the eighth rank, and it will be made a queen so that it can move fast and kill everybody else. If that pawn thinks I am great, no. It just happened to be in that spot, so it became a queen. In another life, that pawn may again not be a queen. It may be killed in the very first step, or killed in birthplace itself. So like that, somebody, a spiritually elevated person, a realized person, will approach like that. He will not have that kind of delusion, whereas normal people may have that delusion. But the bottom line is, delusion is coming from, moha is coming from achievement, which is seen from 10th house. So weaknesses in the 10th house in Trimsamsa showing moha is logical. Now what is 11th house? It is the house of things, achieving, doing what you want to do, getting what you wanted to get. That is 11th house. That is the culmination of desire, getting the desire fulfilled. Now what is actually Mada? Mada has been translated by some stupid translators as alcoholism. But if you ask me, that is utter nonsense. Including actually Sanjay ji, unfortunately, in some books referred to Mada as alcoholism. But the thing is, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaryas are not any specific habits like cigarettes or alcoholism. These are actually internal subconscious weaknesses. These are instincts that are taking hold of your mind. Alcoholism is an external habit. So it has nothing to do with Mada. Unfortunately, some dictionaries have given the stupid meaning. That is why people who don't know Sanskrit well have gone with those early European translations. Mada is basically pursuing a desire to such an extent, like as though you are alcoholic, basically, as though you are possessed. But that is not necessary. Pursuing your desire to an extreme so that you get it at any cost. It's basically wantonness. It has been translated in some dictionaries as wantonness, which is actually a very good translation. For example, some elephants which have during certain phase, when they have certain hormones, are called madakajas, which means those elephants basically want company of another elephant at any cost, basically. So they pursue very blatantly. So basically, Mada is a blatant pursuit of one's desire and getting it fulfilled at any cost without any consideration of other factors. So it is culmination of Kama. So, and 11th house is basically fulfilling your desire. So Mada associated with the 11th house is very logical. And similarly, 12th house is humility, accepting a weakness, that a deprivation that you have, and when there is an affliction, accepting a deprivation that you have and feeling jealous about somebody who has it. So 12th house can show Matsarya. Matsarya is jealousy, feeling bad about somebody having something and you not having it. That is jealousy. So that is 12th house. So if you basically go through the definitions given in classics and understand what Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya are, it is very logical. Even though this is coming from my mind, not from any classic, associating these in the Trimsamsa with the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th houses, moreover all happen to be in the visible half, this is very logical. I mean, I am fully convinced that this is perfect knowledge, even though this is not granted by any Rishi. For all you know, the inspiration I got at the moment when I conceived of this thought may have come from a Rishi also, you never know. But the bottom line is, interesting thing is, the order in which these Shadripus are mentioned in the classics. They don't say Kama, Lobha, Krodha, Matsarya, Moha, Mada like that. They say Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. This is in the exact order of astrological houses. This is very interesting. So there is something there, something logical there. So anyway, so here jealousy, from jealousy we went into Trimjamsha. Yeah. So Parabhagya Ratastasya Jyasthapatya Sukham Nahi. Jyastha Apatya Sukham. No comfort from, no happiness from the eldest child. Why? What did the elder child do? Well, when we are talking about the Rashi chart, we have no way to distinguish between elder child and elder child. Elder child and younger child. So let's just say child. So fifth house. So what does he have to do with fifth house? Yeah? Well, he is in the eighth house from the fifth house of child. Right? He is in the eighth house. So, is that bad? Even one? Yeah. A2 is the wealth that the person has. A2, the Arudha is in the sixth house from fifth house, and the Lord is also in the eighth house from. Both the Lord and the Arudha are in Dusthanas from the fifth house. So there is some problem. There is some problem with the child. That's it. And more specifically, I am not sure. Okay. So with that we will end for today and the discussion on Parashara. So next class, which is next week, we will do the Lagna, the third Lord in various houses. Okay, we will turn this on. We will do. You guys decide which chart we are going to see today. Which particular chart? Okay. If you want, we can see in the class, but the thing is, I have beaten it to death on the Yahoo group. So, not really beaten it to death, but I discussed the charts on the Yahoo groups. And if anybody doesn't have the charts, go to either Vedic-Astrology or Sohamsa or Jyotish group. I have given the chart, and I am fully convinced by all the data. That is why when I was not convinced by Obama and McCain chart, I just kept quiet. But sometime at the end of June, I got some data which convinced me. I did some rectification. McCain I had to rectify, but Obama, whatever was there in the birth certificate, that made sense. So I looked at a lot of events based on various events, and I justified the chart. So look at that article on Sohamsa, Vedic-Astrology. So I basically gave a justification of the data, and then my prediction was that McCain has a better time until September 10th or so. Basically based on last year's annual chart, Obama has a much better time than McCain, but his birthday is coming in a few days. John McCain's birthday, and next Tithi Pravesh chart is very good. The first Dacha itself is very good. So I basically said until the second week of September, Obama will be on the top, but slowly momentum will change and McCain will start getting the momentum. And Biden's chart, honestly, I took it for granted because I looked at some events, because he has an eventful life. The moment he got elected to the Senate, he basically was a lawyer for a year, less than a year. He jumped into politics as soon as his education was over. He's basically a career politician. And once he got elected to Senate, his wife and daughter died, and his two children were seriously hospitalized. There was a big auto crash when they were shopping for Christmas, getting a Christmas tree, and just before Christmas. So he basically considered resigning, but because of the situation in the Senate, the leaders at that time convinced him not to do that, and then he took oath in the hospital by the bedside of his children. So there were a lot of interesting events. He got married again. So all these events are there. So I looked at the events. It made decent sense, but I didn't spend the same amount of time I spent on Obama and McCain. And then the next vice presidential candidate, Sarah Palin, actually quite honestly, I'll just be honest, the moment I saw her face, something told me she has great potential. She is going to be the next president basically. Yeah. Not next, but she is going to be the first woman president of US. That is what my intuition told me. So that may have biased me, but Later I saw the chart and I looked at a few events. Again, I didn't spend as much time as I spent with McCain and Obama, but the events I saw made pretty decent sense. And my expectation was, if you see her annual chart, Tithi Pravesh chart, you will see that her Jupiter Dasha started on August 28th. And if you see, there is a nice Rajoga given by Jupiter and Venus. They were, I think, 5th Lord and 10th Lord in the 7th house or something like that. In the Rashi and the Samsa, they were actually giving a good yoga. But Jupiter Rahu Antardasha was running till September 2nd. And until then, there was all kinds of rumors and people were very condescending about her, saying, oh, she's just a pretty girl, doesn't know anything. McCain made a foolish choice. But now look at, now Venus Antardasha has started. During Rahu, there was all the bad talk. Now Jupiter, Venus, the press is going gaga over her. And wherever McCain goes now, 3 times or 4 times the people who are coming, the crowds have really become bigger just to see Sarah Palin. And even now actually, some people are saying, even Joe Biden said, oh, let her come on some network channel and let her get questioned by network. They're assuming that she's a pretty woman who can just say dialogues well, and so her speech was good. But once the network starts questioning her, her foolishness will come out to the front. That is what unfortunately Joe Biden seems to be believing. But my expectation, I looked at the daily chart of October 2nd, when the only debate between Joe Biden and Sarah Palin will happen. If you actually look at the chart, when you go home, look at the data on the Yahoo group and make the chart for yourself, because the chart is very compelling. My strong feeling is that Sarah Palin will blow away this guy, this experienced 30-year career politician. She will just blow him away. He will look like a fool, and she will come out as a really smart woman who understands the issues, who's not just a pushover, who's not just a charming talker who can mug up a speech and then reproduce a speech. It's not that. She's somebody with an excellent presence of mind, excellent oratory. She can speak her mind. She's a very intelligent woman. All these people are underestimating her. Now, my final prediction was they will win. Sarah Palin and John McCain will win. And very soon she may even become the president. Something may happen and she may become the president of US. That is my expectation. But the bottom line is, even if that prediction is wrong, even if they won't win this time, my expectation is this lady Sarah Palin has a great future. And actually, apart from astrology, personally, I haven't seen such a compelling orator. Obama is considered a good orator, but even he is not that good. After Ronald Reagan and Bill Clinton, I haven't seen such a magnetic personality with a good oratorial ability. So I think she will get her due. And also horoscope has excellent Rajoga. She has been triggered in the last 4 years. So, yeah. Time whether you see, the thing is, if you are an astrologer, right? It is possible to see how your time is. Well, see how that particular time is. Pardon me? Your natal chart and the dasha and transit and Tithi Pravesh. Oh, that way. Look at Dashamsa and Chaturvishramsa. Because predictions are a manifestation of my knowledge, your knowledge. Right? And they are also a work in the society, something you are doing in the society. So Dashamsa and Chaturvishramsa are important charts. That is possible. D27 is also important because it shows your strengths and weaknesses. But the thing is, those are all interesting things, basically. Interesting research. But it doesn't really, you can't make prediction based on D27. You want to make prediction on good phases and bad phases in an astrologer's life. Look at D10, look at D24, and look at the simple Vinchotari Dasha or Narayan Dasha. For example, if you take me, I am running Mercury Dasha, Jupiter Antardasha right now. And if you take my D24, Jupiter is in the 10th house, Mercury is in the 5th house, and Jupiter is in the 10th house, Pisces. He is in one house. So this is actually, the Dasha before this was Rahu Antardasha. So it wasn't that great. But this Antardasha is a good Antardasha. So irrespective of what I do, whether I do good analysis or not, there may be more good predictions during this period. Jupiter is in the 2nd house in the Rashi chart. But what I am saying is in the D24 he is aspecting 2nd house, But irrespective of aspect on second house, he is in the 10th house of fame, 10th house of honor in the society. So the thing is, if somebody casually wrote long back that Chiranjeevi in 2007 to 2009 will come into politics, he will get political power. At that time, it was just not even in the reckoning. That was published in 2001 March, and now suddenly the thing. Bottom line is, this doesn't really make me a better astrologer, because these are all sparks in the fan. Because we do some high profile horoscope, but just a few, and God knows if the data is accurate. There are so many variables. Whereas people who come to us, regular people, we do rectification, we spend time, and we spend more energy on them, and we do more of those charts, and we may be more successful with those. But the thing is, people don't know. Just one prediction of Chiranjeevi, or one prediction of John McCain, or one prediction of George Bush versus Kerry, that basically makes people think, oh, he's a good astrologer. The bottom line is, those are not really the big deal. But what I'm saying is, this is not really about second house. This is about 10th house in this particular case. A few predictions came true or will come true. This is because of the 10th house. So the thing is, look at whether the planet, whether the dasha and antardasha right now is conducive to good name or bad name. But the thing is, if you want to see, if you are really curious to see whether your prediction of election will come true or not, you want to look at the daily chart for the morning after election. But you are making an assumption that the winner will be known on the day after election. For all you know, this may drag on for a couple of months, and the winner may be known in December. In that case, you can look at the Tithi Pravesh chart. But the thing is, there may be a bad name because of one bad prediction, but at the same time, there may be, we don't make one prediction, we make so many predictions. So there are so many things. If you are curious, you can look at how is my time before you make prediction. But if you don't really give a damn what people think, you just predict and then walk away. You just laugh and walk away. But I used to do. 5-6 years back, I used to see, for example, when I predicted Al Gore versus George Bush long back, I would see, okay, how is my time on the day when the election results come. It was very inconclusive. Bottom line is, no result came on that day. And on that day, it looked like Gore won. And my prediction, in that election, my prediction was that Gore would win. The next election, my prediction was that Bush would win. And now my prediction is that McCain will win. So 2000, I was wrong. So when I looked on the next day, immediately next day, based on daily physical, it seemed like a good day basically. I will be happy with my prediction. I was indeed happy. It looked like Gore already won. He won the popular vote. And even Florida, it seemed like they already called. It was called for him, and then they put it back. So all these things are there. If you really want to analyze your own probability of coming true or not, you can do with high profile predictions. But if you are making a prediction to your brother or your friend or your neighbor, it is unlikely to show in your chart, because that is just one of tens or hundreds of predictions you make. Whereas a high profile prediction like McCain or Chiranjeevi or Manmohan Singh or Sonia Gandhi that you make, it may show up because so many people are curiously following the prediction. Any chart you guys want to see? Any interesting chart? Which button? Oh, can you see? I talked for a long time. If you get the data, then we can talk, otherwise no point. I said 20th verse.
Second Lord is in work. Second Lord in hate also. Second Lord is moon, and he says that he gets a lot of dreams, and he lives most of his life in dreams. So that's something
Well, the 8th house is the house of occult, so, and also moon is in Manakarkasthana. Moon is the planet of mind. So the planet of mind is actually quite weak. So the mind is actually weak, first of all. So there may be other things. You may be talking about somebody who has a very weak mind.
He is a very strong,
But
very big manager in BHCL.
okay, fine. That's fine. Right. Genes are from the 12th house. Now the thing is, how is his 10th lord? His 10th lord is Jupiter. And how is his Dashansha? So all the...
Tenth Lord is next to 9th house.
Yeah, so Jupiter is well placed. So there is a dharma karma Vrat yoga. So no wonder he is in a good position. But the thing is, we have to look at Dashamsa also for that. But the thing is, simply being Gemini Lagna, moon with moon Ketukan, doesn't really, more than second lord in the 8th house, this is basically moon in the 8th house.
So he doesn't have a chart, but he drawn only the Rashi chart to me.
Forget it. We are not interested. Okay. Any other? Okay, that's fine. Any interesting charts you want to see, we can take up in the next half hour. Ah, yeah. Not F1, but shift F5. Function F5. Okay. No, not that one. F5, this is the one, right? Symbol seems like it. I know, it's not CRT, but the picture is there, monitor versus CRT.
Yeah, that's the one.
But the thing is, based on the way we booted or something, maybe it's disabled.
No, you should come.
Do you know what to do? You want to reboot? Usually reboot fixes a lot of things in Windows.
Oh, it's because it's searching for that. McAfee is doing something.
Huh?
You can disable that.
Okay. Yeah. No, forget the card. Should at least say there are 3 pictures that come. It basically goes through those pictures. It's not even coming. So I've seen some computers temporarily it is for some reason based on the way you booted, it doesn't recognize at the right time, or you plugged in just when Windows is coming up, it's in some transition state. It basically doesn't recognize that. What if we plug it out and plug it in again? Try again. Function F5.
I used this one when I forgot it the other day.
Yeah, it's getting recorded. Why you want to stop? So this is fun to record. Let's have a proof of how long Vijay took to start the projector on his own computer. Let me fix it. 6 and 8. 6 and 8 hope. And A6 and A8 of course. Actually A6 and A8 are more important. There was a tangible event called accident. And A6 and A8 are more important than 6 and 8. Yeah. Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. Even if moon is in Lagna, he may not be of the exact same degree, right? So depending on where moon and Lagna are, when you count the planets in quadrants, one of them may have more planets. But the thing is, if they have the same count, which is possible, even if moon is not in Lagna, they may still have the same count. In general, give priority to moon. The bottom line is, you should consider something else when it is considerably stronger than moon. Not just because it is mildly stronger.
What if the analysis of the
Yeah.
doesn't really sound logical to people, even though
Yeah. See, the thing is, the prediction you want to make, whether it sounds logical or not, is irrelevant. I mean, we have a wish to make. When we like somebody, we want good results to happen. So don't look at future. Always to pick which dasha is working better, look at the past events. That's what. So he got job in this time, he got married in this time. So when you look at those events, if moon based dasha is not making that much sense, if lagna based dasha is making more sense, or utpanna nakshatra based dasha is making more sense, my advice is pick that up. Bottom line is, I am giving you some thumb rules to pick. He is stronger, but I myself don't have full faith in it. And I don't think if anybody else says he has faith in a particular set of rules, I will laugh at them. Unless I have respect for them, then I will not laugh. But the thing is, I don't think anybody knows any thumb rules that work reliably. So the bottom line is, The proof of the pudding is in eating it. So look at some events, see if it makes sense. There is no substitute. Even things like Vrishabdasha Samadasha, Dvasotri Dasha, all these Chaturasiti Samadasha, when they are applicable, usually I use them. But the thing is, I always verify using some events that they are making sense. In some cases, a particular dasha is supposed to apply, and in the past I had great success with that dasha in many other charts, but for some reason it's not working that well in that chart, so I go back to Vimshati. That also happens. So I haven't seen like that. I have only seen if one dasha works, it works. And several dashas may also work, but what I am saying is, see which dasha is explaining known past better, pick that dasha, and then have faith in it, and then predict confidently. Actually, you know what, we don't even need a projector. If you guys just share the computer, you can sit here or you can sit there, but if you sit here, you will have to talk in the middle. Okay, you guys also open your computer. Okay, so give the data. Even Jehora is not coming up. Jehora is, okay. It came up. It's very slow for some reason, anyway. Very slow. Actually, earlier I pressed Jehora. Now I remember. Before I pressed this, I pressed Jehora. It didn't come up until now. Yeah. Okay. You available? Okay, I'll just take this. Just repair. I think it's disabled right now. Okay. It's just repair. It doesn't say disable option is not there. It will be updated. Why is it coming up suddenly? Okay, forget it. Yeah. Okay. What chart do you guys want to see? March 23rd, 1969, 3:33 p.m. Haverhill match. Okay. Let's save the data. How should I save it? Study examples or? Okay. How should I save it? Courtney. Courtney. Okay. This is an example. Okay. Okay. What are we supposed to see? Interested in, this lady Courtney is interested in Hindu religion and philosophy. Wants a guru. When? See, without going into Vimshamsa, the moment I saw the Rashi chart, the 8th Lord Jupiter is in the 2nd house with Ketu. The 8th house is very strong. The Lagna Lord is actually in the 8th house, aspected by 8th Lord and Rahu, the Karaka of occult things. So, 2nd and 8th axis is quite fortified. So, this is a chart which shows interest in mysticism, interest in occult. No, I said 8th Lord in 2nd house. 8th Lord Jupiter in the 2nd house with Ketu, the Karaka of Moksha Karaka. So the Jupiter Ketu combination in the 2nd house aspecting 8th house, that is 8th Lord Jupiter. And Lagna Lord Sun in the 8th house aspected by Ketu and Jupiter. This is very I'm talking about Rashi, not Satyamsa or Samadaramsa.
See, Rashi used to be top. He has
I see.
on the top, so we are looking at the bottom chart.
Okay. Don't make a thumb rule of looking at the top chart. Look at Rashi chart. Oh, so no events to rectify. So that's actually tough, because if you look at the Lagna, it is 12 degrees, which is right on the border of Nimshamsa. How? No, seriously, how? Because Dashamsa is right on the border. How do you rectify? Do you know anything about her career? See, 2 seconds earlier, Lagna would have been, instead of Scorpio, it would have been, instead of Sagittarius, the Dashamsa Lagna would have been Scorpio. Okay, what does she do? You rectify to Scorpio. What does she do? What is her career? Oh, financial company. Okay. Technical manager in a financial company. If this is Sagittarius Lagna, does technical management make any sense? This is Sagittarius Lagna. Basically, given time shows Sagittarius Lagna, and if you rectify it by 2 seconds earlier, basically take a little earlier, it will be Scorpio Lagna. She believes Scorpio Lagna makes more sense. What do you guys think? If Sagittarius is the Lagna, Mercury is the 10th Lord, right? So 10th Lord, Mercury in the 11th house shows basically good career, and Mercury can show banks, financial institutions, etc. Jupiter and Mercury show those, but does it make sense that she is a manager? But Venus is not in the 6th house. She is actually 6th Lord in the 5th house. It's Saturn. Right. We'll come to that. But here, on the other hand, if we take Scorpio Lagna as she rectified, that that's the image of a king or queen. But the thing is, does it show actually being a manager? It may show. See, even somebody who is not a manager, even somebody who is just an engineer, can actually boss people around. Arulagna may show that. It doesn't necessarily show being a boss. 10th house does not have any influence of Sun or Venus. Whereas if you take Scorpio Lagna like she did, then the 10th Lord Sun would be aspecting the 10th house. So it shows management. Sun is clear management. And also Venus is in the 6th house. 7th Lord Venus in the 6th house with Saturn. So 6th house is very strong, and Venus also shows micromanagement, managing people. So both the ways this makes more sense. So Scorpio her rectification may indeed be correct. But the thing is, if we know when she joined her first job or when she got promoted, any event relating to career, we can actually look at the dasha and we can feel better about it, feel more confident about it. Now the thing is, Nimshamsa, the given time shows Leo Lagna. On the other hand, Nimshamsa, T20. On the other hand, if we basically change the time back by 2 seconds like she did, rectify Dashamsa Lagna to Scorpio, correspondingly Nimshamsa Lagna will be rectified to Cancer from Leo. So what is the dasha she is running right now? She is running Jupiter dasha, right? She is running Jupiter dasha. Or is there a special dasha applicable? No. Magha 4, that means Shatabdika is not applicable, others are anyway not applicable. So Vimshatri dasha only. So based on the Vimshatri dasha, Guru dasha has started, and right now Jupiter Venus is running. So in Jupiter dasha there is interest in spiritual progress, etc. She wants to find a guru and all that. But the thing is, unfortunately, that makes sense anyway. With Cancer or with Leo. With Leo, basically Jupiter is the 8th Lord, so there is that anxiety to do something to make spiritual progress. Whereas if you take Cancer, Jupiter would be 6th Lord in the 6th house, doing Hatha Yoga. Moreover, he would be the 9th Lord. So when 9th Lord Dasha runs in Nimshamsa, you want to actually, you are interested towards religion. It's not just mysticism, you are not just drawn towards mysticism, but you are interested towards organized religion. You want to come to a religion, you want to learn a religion, you want to practice a religion. There is interest in being religious. And also 9th house is the house of teacher. So there is an interest in finding a teacher. So, but like I said, both make sense, but Cancer definitely is not a problem. So her rectification could very well be right. But the bottom line is, because we don't know for sure, let us forget Vinshamsha. Yes, we'll just see Drigdasha. We'll just see Rashi first of all. Rashi, the Rashi chart, forget Vinshamsha. In the Rashi chart, the fact that Jupiter Dasha is running right now, is it conducive for spirituality? Yes, it is. And Jupiter Ketu has finished recently. So actually during that Dasha, she must have gone through a lot of internal desire towards occult, towards spirituality, etc. So that Dasha must have really triggered various impulses from previous lives. And that is why now she is talking about the Guru, finding Guru, etc. All these things. And how is Venus? How is Venus? In the Jupiter Dasha, Venus Antardasha, how is it? Venus is in the 9th house from Jupiter in the Rashi chart. Venus is the 9th lord from Jupiter in the 8th house of occult. And from Lagna, he is in the 9th house. So, all the interest in dharma, religion, guru, etc. makes sense. But let's see Drigdasha and in general, how are the prospects? Sandasha is yet to come. Jupiter is the 8th lord and Sun is in the 8th house. He is the Lagna lord in the 8th house. Lagna lord, when he is in the 8th house, he gives excellent spirituality. So, Jupiter Dasha, Sun Antardasha is actually more conducive than the current Antardasha. It is very conducive for spiritual progress. But Venus itself may give a guru, because Venus is in the 9th house from Lagna and also 9th lord from Jupiter. Venus may give a guru, but Sun will give real sadhana and progress from it. But let us confirm using Drigdasha, because that is more reliable for spiritual matters. Which version is this software? 7.2. So Drigdasha is reliable. Okay. So Aries. So what Dasha is running right now? Go to Rashi Dashas, Drigdasha. Okay. So this lady has lady. Okay, sorry. I wasn't sure Katni what name it is, because there is a Katni Walsh who bowls. She's a man. Yeah. My knowledge of these names is based on cricket. Just a few names I know. So anyway, so this lady, she is running Cancer Dasha. She recently started Cancer Dasha earlier this year. How is this Dasha in your opinion? In Cancer Dasha, Cancer is the progressed 9th house. So where is progress Lagna? In the 5th from Cancer, which is Scorpio. So Scorpio becomes the progress Lagna. So Lagna has Mars in it. Lagna has Lagna Lord Mars. Is it good for overall spiritual life? Because Lagna is the sea and Lagna is very strong, and also there is a lot of energy in Mars. So her spiritual life will become invigorated in this period from 2008 March onwards for 7 years. So that is first result. And second, Guru. Is there a possibility of Guru coming to her? 9th lord is exalted in the 7th house of interaction and aspecting Lagna. See, earlier what I said is, for Guru to come, either Bhratrakaraka or 9th lord have to be associated with Lagna. Oh, Mars is perfect. So Bhratrakaraka is in Lagna and 9th lord is aspecting Lagna. This is a perfect case. So this Dasha is the Dasha of arrival of Guru. Guru will come. And yes. Well, Rahu and Ketu show foreign things. The house of occult, 8th house, has Rahu. And Jupiter is with Ketu, the planet of Dharma. Jupiter and Sun are the planets of Dharma. They are with Rahu and Ketu. So there is foreign influence. But how is this period? Will she make much progress in this period? Will she have any occult experiences, and will she actually realize any truths in this period? Sorry? We'll see, but just based on natal chart. Taking Scorpio as Lagna, Jupiter and Ketu are in the 11th house. Sun and Rahu, the 10th lord, Sun and Rahu are in the 5th house. In general, 5th and 11th axis is strong. And 5th house is the house of upasana, devotion, bhakti, etc. So it is a good period for getting into bhakti yoga, becoming a devotee of some god, and do some upasana, repeat some mantra. 5th house is mantra. So do some mantra, but the thing is, experience comes from 8th house, and that is not particularly fortified. The 8th lord is in the 4th house, nothing really happening. But look at the next dasha, Libra dasha. 2015 to 2022 is Libra dasha. How is Libra dasha? In the Libra dasha, the lagna, progress lagna is Aquarius. Who is in lagna? 8th lord. 8th lord is in lagna. Indicator number 1. Then second, the 7th lord sun is with the lagna lord Rahu. One lagna lord Rahu is with the 7th lord sun. That's a marga combination. And second lord Jupiter is in the 8th house. That's another marga combination. So all these marga combinations on the second 8th axis. The second 8th axis is becoming very powerful. Second lord Jupiter is in the 8th house. So this shows death-like experiences. So this is actually when some level of realization is very likely. This dasha, I will be surprised if it passes, 2022 passes, without some kind of mystic experiences for this lady. Because, by the way, you shouldn't say this to everybody. Those whose natal chart doesn't promise it. Those who are not destined to experience anything, experience self, won't self to any level. Will not experience self to any level in this life. They will only do sadhana, and they will reap the fruits of this in some other life. But those who have a strong 8th house, strong 8th and 12th houses, influence of Jupiter, influence of Ketu, influence of Benefic, like that basically. Very strong 8th and 12th are needed for experience. Otherwise there is only sadhana. No, 5th is strong, 9th is strong, you only do sadhana, you only do rituals. You won't experience anything. Experience comes from 8th and 12th houses. Here 8th is strong, 8th is very strong. So she will have some mystical experiences. So, and this particular dasha is having the same influence, creating the same kind of influence. So, I am very confident that after 2015, she will start experiencing things. Now, because you wanted dasha pravesh, let us see current dasha pravesh first. Let's see if that is indicating, increasing the indications or actually blocking them. Okay, so if you look at Cancer, if you look at the Cancer dasha that is running right now, taking Scorpio as Lagna in the dasha pravesh chakra, there is Gajkesari yoga on Lagna. I mean, there is Moon Jupiter Shubhakartariya on Lagna. So that is equivalent to Gajkesari yoga in Lagna. So that is again very good for Lagna. It starts the spiritual sadhana on a great note. And how is the 9th house? Not really that strong. 9th lord is in the 12th house. The indications that we saw for Guru coming are not really being that fortified, right? And what houses are really dominating here? The 10th house is dominating. 10th house of karma has Saturn and Ketu, while Venus, Mercury and Rahu are aspecting him. And 4th house is very strong, because 4th lord is in the 4th house, right? So 4th house has 3 planets, Venus, Mercury and Rahu. So strength of the 4th house could indicate getting a direction in the spiritual life. 4th house is the house of direction. So from that point of view, whether Guru comes or not, some direction will definitely come during this period. Let us see the Lagna Lord is in the 8th house. So that shows some sadhana. But let us see the next dasha, because I was really interested in that dasha. If you see that dasha, dasha pravesh chakra, the Lagna again contains, Aquarius again contains Mercury, 8th lord, right? And Rahu Ketu are still on the 8th house axis. They don't have to be. They just happen to be. Not every year, not every dasha pravesh chakra they are there. It just happened to be. This happened to be a multiple of some 9 or 18 years. 9-year multiple. Rahu Ketu reverse, so 9-year multiple, not 18. So it happened to be a 9-year multiple when this dasha started. So it just happened. Otherwise, it wasn't necessary. So the 7th lord sun is in the 2nd house. 7th lord is affecting the 8th house, sun. And Rahu and Ketu are on that axis. So, and 8th lord is in Lagna again. He didn't have to be. He could be in Capricorn, he could be in Pisces, he could be in Aries, he could be in Taurus on the birthday. He happened to be in Aquarius again. So this is fortifying what we saw in the natal chart. So very likely in 2015 to 2022 she will experience something. So she has to start doing some sadhana. Hopefully Guru will come. Now which Antardasha is Guru likely to come? Which Antardasha? Is there a particular Antardasha that is particularly strongly indicated? Well, the current Antardasha is good enough, right? The first Antardasha is good enough. And Gemini, how is it? Not really. Because in Gemini Antardasha you take Libra as the Lagna. Taking Libra, there isn't a strong ninth house or anything. Whereas Taurus, how is Taurus? Pisces? Why Pisces is good? Yes, Pisces is very good. Pisces is very good. No, forget Bhatkarka. If you take Pisces as Lagna, the fifth from there, Cancer becomes the progress Lagna. So the ninth house is strong. It has Sun and Rahu. Moreover, ninth Lord Jupiter is aspecting the ninth house and he is aspecting Lagna Lord Moon. So that is a strong chart, strong Antardasha, then there is a good chance of Guru coming. Aries, not really that likely. Taurus, is there a chance? Taurus Dasha. Basically Virgo becomes the Lagna. Lagna has Jupiter. Forget the Bhatkarka, forget the ninth Lord Jupiter. He is a natural Guru. Jupiter and Ketu. So Jupiter and Ketu being in Lagna, it can show a spiritual master coming to the person. So I will look at Taurus and Aries, Taurus and Pisces under the chart. Those are the strong possibilities. These are very strong possibilities. But in general, this period is a good period. Guru or no Guru? Guru, if the time comes, Guru will come. But the thing is, that is actually secondary. Guru is there to give guidance. If you can get guidance from inside, you don't really need a Guru. That is coming from some Guru somewhere. Guru doesn't mean you have to actually see him and you have to know that he is guiding you. Without even knowing also, he can guide you. There are Gurus of that caliber. So the bottom line is, Guru or no Guru. If she is willing to listen to you, tell her to just do some sadhana. Just pick some mantra, some devata. Just keep repeating it every day. Because people with such strong 10th house, that 8th house, that to Jupiter Ketu influence, they are actually capable of meditating well. Other people, they are only capable of reading stotras, reading prayers. Yeah, she is capable of good meditation. She can actually tell her to sit straight, like I always say, upright, straight, back basically is upright, but not too tense, and head also straight. Close the eyes, that is very important. And try to focus the mind as much as possible. Don't panic if the focus is going somewhere else. Just repeat some mantra. Doesn't matter which mantra. And if you actually want, we can actually look at Atmakaraka and Ishtadevata also. Yeah, is she attracted to any god right now? Doesn't know much. Okay. See, Atmakaraka is Mercury. And the 12th from Atmakaraka, Mercury is Saturn and Venus. And of course, the lord of that house is Mars. So Saturn and Venus. Saturn and Venus. It's an interesting combination. Saturn and Venus in Aries, in Mars sign. Venus can show Lakshmi. Saturn can show Vishnu. But somehow I don't think that's right. And Mars is the lord of that house. The thing is, Mars can also show fierce deities. See, Saturn also shows Kali, Mahakala. He shows so many other devatas. But the thing is, forget Ishtadevata. For some reason, I am not comfortable suggesting that. For my feeling is, if you look at the 8th house contains Sun and Rahu combination. For Sun and Rahu, Shiva is suggested. And Jupiter is the 8th lord and he is aspecting. So Sun and Jupiter combination is really dominating her 8th house, her experience. So that shows Shiva. So forget Ishtadevata, forget, Moksha, God knows. Maybe it will come through Lakshmi Narayana, but maybe she is not ready for it yet. So Forget that for now. We don't have to always guide somebody towards Ishtadevata, and we may be misjudging Ishtadevata. Our knowledge is very imperfect. But my gut feeling is just based on the Rashi chart, and given that she is running Jupiter Dasha, the 8th Lord Jupiter Dasha, who is with Ketu, Shiva is the best Devata for her. So if she can read up about Shiva, get a picture of Shiva, imagine Shiva as the greatest ascetic of the world. Think of Shiva as the Guru basically. Think of him as Guru, perfect. Dakshinamurti, Jupiter. So think of Shiva as the Param Guru, who has no passion, who has overcome all weaknesses. He is the strongest one. Think of Shiva in that way, and she doesn't even need a big mantra. Just simple Om Namah Shivaya is enough. Or just to remove the Maya, if she adds the Maya Bija to Om Namah Shivaya, Om Harim Namah Shivaya, that will be a perfect mantra for her. So that will be good, Om Harim Namah Shivaya, just Om Namah Shivaya, and there are so many Shiva mantras. So the thing is, which mantra you are doing is secondary. Whether you are doing that mantra and whether you are actually repeating that with the focus is the most important thing. But my feeling is this is somebody who will achieve something in this life. So my sincere best wishes to her. All the best. Any other comments you guys want to make? Any interesting things you found? See, without rectification, let us not really draw too many conclusions because it's not logical. It's just like tossing a dice.
I just want to see in person how you actually decide on a particular Ishtadevata in person.
Okay.
When you are doing it. I mean, it's like I've gone through all the audios again and again, but
Okay.
maybe it is on my part that I'm not able to understand. I try to basically use it for my own chart, and I'm not able to come to any kind of a conclusion, and there is a point where I stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not coming to me, and that's the reason why maybe in front of you,
Mm.
you can, if there is a possibility that you could.
We'll see in a future class. We'll try to see your chart. I'm just seeing because we gave a guidance to her. What kind of period is she running right now? So if you look at the annual chart of this year, she's running Mercury Venus period, Mercury Venus Antardasha, right? In her dasha. And if you look at her annual chart, Mercury Venus. Mercury is in Pisces at 21 degrees, Venus is in Pisces at 12 degrees. So they are actually together, the Lagna Lord and the 9th Lord are together. 9th Lord is exalted. So Lagna and 9th Lord are conjunct and they are with 12th Lord Sun of Moksha. So there is a good yoga given by them in the 7th house of interaction. Moreover, the Mantrapada is there. A5, which shows the mantra. So A5 Mantrapada is there, and the 9th Lord of Dharma, Guru, guidance, etc. are there. And Mercury Venus Antardasha is running from September 6th till September 17th. So we actually happen to see her chart and give some guidance, give some advice on which mantra to do and some dharma basically. So for her, my advice is just Mantropasana is the best thing to do for the next 7 years, and she will definitely achieve after 7 years. So what I suggest is before September 17, if you can convey it to her, actually Sun is also fine, Sun, before September 20. During Mercury Venus, Mercury Sun Antardasha, if you can basically interact with her, 7th house with her, and you can pass on this Mantrapada to her, that will be good. Okay, so all the best. So with that we will end this class, and for the next class, if you have a chart to see, think about it beforehand and make sure the data is ready. Any rectification data also note it down somewhere so that you can just seal it off, and then we can jump to it.